Welcome, Super Smarties. So let's let the learning begin. What I'd like to go over with you is our morning folder. It's green, and this is asynchronous work. So when we look at our morning schedule, and you don't have to do it exactly at this time, but on our daily schedule, we have this work scheduled from 8:30 to 9 o'clock. You could do it earlier. You could do it after class. You're going to have to decide what works best for your schedule and your family. But on our calendar, it's scheduled for this time. See the green? This means this is asynchronous work. This is the time block. This is what the expectation is for you to be doing. And we're going to be creating videos that go along with it. This video is just to explain it. This is block 1, and it's green. And it should take about 30 minutes. It may take you a little bit longer. It may take you a little bit less. But for time stamping purposes, we've allocated 30 minutes for the work that you're going to be doing out of this folder. So every morning, prior to coming to the screen on the camera, this is the folder you take out. Inside this folder, you're going to find 2 things. This is the first. This is the daily calendar template. And every day it changes throughout the week. Similar format, but the expectation at the bottom, the writing is going to look different every day. The second thing you'll find in there is your daily zone check-in. Now, you are the house of your feelings, and that determines what zone you find yourself in. And this is where we're going to record that. Once at the start of our learning day, and then again at the close of your learning day. So when you start your learning day is when you're going to record, and when you are finished doing your asynchronous work is when you're going to record again. And the 4 zones are green, regulated, ready to learn, yellow, and yellow is kind of maybe frustrated, a little bit irritated, maybe sad. Blue, which is tired, or maybe you don't feel very well. And then red. Red is angry, dysregulated, or even overexcited, where you're having a difficult time controlling yourselves. Now, this is how you're going to code this. And it doesn't have to be coded this way, but this is a template that we use. The coding is similar to what you do on computer coding. It's to teach your brain the repetition of the code. So Monday work is green, and it's not a correlation between this folder. You're going to do this every single day. This just means it's the first thing you work on. And this is the first day of the week. See? That's the correlation. And green zone means you're regulated. So we're using the color multiple times in multiple ways. So Monday would be circled and scribbled in green, just so you remember these are both on Monday. This is what happened in the morning, how I felt, and this is what happened in the afternoon, when I started learning and when I was finished learning school-based learning at the end of the day. Tuesdays are going to be yellow because that's our color code. Green, yellow, blue, orange, red. Now if we put 6 in there, it would be green, yellow, blue, orange, purple, red. If we only had 3, it'd be green, yellow, red. If we had 4, it'd be green, yellow, blue, red. So we just extend out the colors and then compress them if we don't use them all. It's just to give your brain a mnemonic to know what comes first, what comes second, what comes third, what comes last. So you are going to code this every week just like this. 4 zones. And then you're not going to code the monsters. You're going to record on the monsters how you're feeling. When you come into class every morning, you are going to check where you were with your monster. That's called a temperature check. And it's not like, what is your temperature? But what is your internal temperature? How are you feeling inside? And then you are going to report during roll that that's how you felt. Now, this we're not going to do together, but you are going to be sharing it either in small group or one-on-one or during office hours. And how you're going to record on this is every day you're going to write your name. The writing is going to change every single day. So the first day is narrative. The second is informational. That's writing about true and real things. The third day is sequential event, narrative writing. First this, then that. The next day is opinion. This is what I think and this is why I think it. Then reflective writing, and that ties directly into the zones. What happens when you do something? How do you feel? What happens when something happens to you? How do you feel? And then the week will be finished. Now, if we have a week that doesn't have one of these days, you just skip the day, unless you want to record on your own. The next week, it's going to cycle back. And every day when you work on it, you're just going to turn the pages over and then crease the corner here and lay it down. Work on a table, clipboard, floor, wherever you're choosing to work. Don't use marker on this because marker often bleeds through. Bleeding through is going to not make the next page very nice. Now, some markers don't, but most markers do. And this is pretty thin paper, so if it goes through, it's going to scar and ruin the back page. So when you come to this every morning, make sure that you check that if you did this yesterday, you turn the page and only one for the next day. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday are the days we record. Now, Sunday and Saturday are also days of the week. They're called the bookends. The weekend, Sunday starts it, Saturday ends it. So you are going to record which day of the week it is. So here you'll put the month, and every 30, 31, or 28, 29 days, the month changes. So we'll talk about that at school, so you'll have a reference point for recording it here. And you're just going to highlight the one that tells what the month is. Then the number of the day. And every day, the number gets larger by 1 and only 1. When you hit 30, if the month only has 30 days, we're going to cycle back the next month, move up 1 month, move back all the way back to the 1. There is no 0 in the calendar unless it's coming in the ones place behind a digit in the tens place. Some of the months have 31, then we'll roll back to 1. And then February, which has 28 days for 3 years in a row, and then 29 in what's called a leap year. And that's the only one we're going to record less days. So that information that you have there is going to be recorded on these two lines, and then you're going to come down here. Yesterday's in the past. It's behind us. It's already over. So we're going to highlight whatever the name of the day yesterday was. We were working on Monday, so we highlighted Sunday, and that made today Monday. Now, yesterday's in the past, so one of the things that might be not a bad idea is for you to take a crayon and show that it's over. It's in the past. It's in the past. It's over. So we could do that one in red. You see my red? Yeah, it looks kind of orange on the camera. So yesterday was, today is, and today's in the present, so I'm going to make it green. And tomorrow will be. Since I'm using yellow over here, I'm not going to use yellow. I'm going to use blue. So it's showing in the future. So you can see the difference between the three. It's not necessary for you to highlight over them. It's just a mnemonic. It teaches your brain to distinguish which line is which. So it's a good idea, but not necessary. So yesterday was, and you have to find whatever day yesterday was. Today is, and it's going to be the next day. Now, because this word is very long and this is very short, they almost look like they're the same word, and they're not. So you have to look at the structure of the letters to see the difference. And then tomorrow will be Tuesday. Now, when I come back tomorrow and I turn my page over, I'm going to make September be the highlighted month because it still is. But yesterday, when it becomes tomorrow, yesterday will have been the 14th, which means tomorrow will be the 15th. So I'm going to count forward to find 14 and go one more, and that will be 15. And if yesterday was Sunday and today is Monday, then tomorrow's yesterday, this sounds confusing, is going to be Monday, and tomorrow is going to be Wednesday. And then the day after that, which will be today's tomorrow, will be Wednesday. Monday will be yesterday. Tomorrow, Monday will be yesterday. Tuesday will be the day today, tomorrow. And then Wednesday. Just looks funny, huh? Then at the bottom, what you're going to do is you're going to write the prompt. But you don't have to actually write the words unless you want to try. You totally can. Try sounding out the words and write the letters that you think would represent the sounds that you hear. But you can also make a dictation to a home support provider, somebody who's bigger than you, who knows how to write words down the way that we see them in books. And the words will go here. This prompt on Monday is always going to be the same. This past weekend, pick anything that you did over the weekend, and that's what you're going to record. For me, I took my son Brecken and we went to Costco. Now, one of the things I would probably want to add to this is I would probably want to label my pictures, meaning I would probably want to say, who is me and who is Brecken? I did do Costco. So this is Brecken. That's my son, whom I love. And this is me, so I'm going to do an M-E. And this is Costco. I already labeled that. And then I would write my words, or I would give my dictation and let someone else record it for me. You always want to use 5, the power of 5. Your magic crayon box has more than 5 crayons. It actually has 8. And if you're using special crayons at home, you might have one that has like 50 or 100. But because we use this box at school, and this is the box I should be sure that you have at home, you have to use 5 of these 8. You may use more, but you cannot use less. And I used yellow and green and orange and brown and black and blue and red. The only one I didn't use was purple. But I guess I could have. So this was a shopping at Costco this weekend. We were looking at computers, but they didn't have any that we wanted to buy because everybody needs a computer. I need one here too because it's crazy how it keeps going down. So that's what we did this weekend. So this past weekend, I shopped at Costco with Brecken. And I'm going to record that information. Then when you're all finished or your time is up, either one, you are going to take these packets and you are going to take your green folders, more like a construction paper sleeve, but we're calling it a folder. It's holding all the papers like a mouth of a duck. It's going to eat the papers and hold on to them. And then I'm going to put this away in a careful space in a nice place that will be easy for me to access later. So I hope you enjoyed learning how to use your green folder, and I look forward to sharing how you're going to use other folders on another video. Until later, Super Teacher, out.